Hey y'all. So I am currently, this is day, I think, what's today? Today's Friday, today's Sunday. No, today's Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we leave Tuesday. So I think this is day 5 or 6. I can't remember anymore. Of being in Chicago. I'm actually recording this on the balcony so you guys can see the view that we have from the balcony. It's so pretty at night. But yeah, so basically today we're going to be going to the aquarium and some museums. I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to leave my camera behind today and just record on my phone. So if the quality of the footage from today isn't as good, that is why, because I'm probably going to shoot it on my phone. But yeah, I still wanted to, tune in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this little series. I think I'm gonna post each day separately, rather than doing like a long, like 40+ minute video. I might as well just do it day by day. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Chicago. I do think that doing like the river tour changed my perspective, because the first few days we were here, I was just like, oh, it's cool. But doing like the riverboat tour and getting to see, the skyline at night and exploring like that area at night, definitely changed my perspective. Like, it's a beautiful city. It kind of gives me like a younger New York City vibe, because like New York is New York, obviously. It's nothing like it. But all the buildings are super old. Whereas in Chicago, like some of the buildings are old, but I will also say that like they're definitely younger than the New York buildings. So yeah, it's a vibe. Like, I'm liking it. This is the fit for today. You can't really see it, but hopefully I'll get a better shot of it. Let me turn this way. Oh yeah, you can see me way better this way. Hopefully I'll get a better shot of it when we're at the aquarium or one of the museums that we're going to. Sorry, I'm patting my head. I am so proud of myself for getting this wig together, y'all, because that was stressful. And maybe that's also why I couldn't pay attention to whether or not I really like the city or not, because I hate when my hair is a mess. And so I'm just very glad that she's at least presentable at this point. Yeah, because y'all saw it was a struggle, especially green hair. Whew, never again. Oh God. Oh God, I think one of my eyelashes is falling off. Do y'all see it? I can see it when I close my eye. On this eye, I'm gonna have to go in and check. Speaking of that, I use the Cool Me, no, the You Cool Me lash kit, like with the clusters. Highly recommend. Loved it. Enjoyed every minute of it. So yeah. But yeah, so I'll tune back in with y'all while I'm out on the streets exploring. But for now, I'm gonna just show you kind of like what the skyline looks like from here. See y'all.
Hey there, babe. Hey. What's up, y'all? So I realized that for this day, and I think the next few days while I'm in Chicago, I, one, recorded on my phone, and two, I don't have as much footage. You'll see, like, I'm going to be going to the art museum, the art institute, and I don't know, I just have a weird thing about taking a bunch of pictures while I'm at the art institute. Like, when I'm at museums, I just like to be in the moment. But I figured I'd talk to y'all about the experience while I'm getting ready, because right now I don't have any makeup on. I'm not going to do anything crazy either, by the way, because it's getting dark. Why is it dark? What time is it? 4:45? I don't know, but it's dark. So we're going to do with what we can. So I'm going to be taking the, what's it, Danessa Mirix? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Yummy Skin Balming Balm. Child, I don't know. I just learned about about tinted moisturizers this year. I walked into the Sephora's. I was like, what tinted moisturizers do you have? They showed me a bunch of different ones. When we got to this one, I liked how it felt on my skin the most, but they didn't have my complexion. So I had to order online. And when I ordered online, something happened. So I had to wait an extra week. So finally it came. And honestly, I probably could have gone with a shade darker, but I just didn't have it in me to send it back. Oh, wait, I'm tripping. I am tripping. Before I get started, let me go ahead and put some primer on because this is the savior and I'm running low. So I probably should go to Sephora tomorrow because it's Saturday. I have a flight Monday morning at 6 a.m. Have not started packing yet, but whatever. Anyway, back to Chicago because I'm just rambling. So for this day, basically, we went to get some donuts, as you will see. And the donuts were Stan's donuts. They were so good. Oh my goodness. Those were so delicious. I loved them.
Nice.
So then from there, we went straight to the Art Institute. And basically, the Art Institute, it was massive. Like, we were there hours. It is so packed in there. And when we were in there, we went downstairs to see some of the little art that they used to make back in the day, like the little models of interior design of massive houses and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. If I find a video or picture, I'll put it in here. But that was really cool because it was a whole section of just those. And then we went into more of the Asian arts. So we started with art that was inspired by like Buddha, and then we ended up going over into arts that were inspired from Hindu. So I learned a lot about Hinduism that I wasn't as familiar with. So it was interesting learning about that. And then from there, we went to Italian art. We went into all types of stuff. But really what I wanted to talk to y'all about was there's this one part. So they have like abstract art, which is like a whole bunch of weird stuff. Cool, fine, whatever. Like I can appreciate the artistic value in it. But then we come across this little film area, and when we go in there, it's literally pitch black with a screen. And on the screen is like this clown just like doing the weird loud laugh while like I guess killing people, and it was a lot of screaming, it was a lot of blood, it was like a horror, but it wasn't what you're used to seeing in like a horror film. I don't know how to explain it, but as somebody who can appreciate thrillers and horror films, that was too much for me. I don't know what that was. It was so creepy, and I think it was also the screams. It was just like it just didn't stop. Like it just kept going. And what was so funny about it was we walked out, like we left, and there's this little hallway. So we thought the hallway went to an exit. So we're both looking at each other making a face, and he just says real loud, "That is insane. What is wrong with them?" or something like that, because it was people sitting there just watching it, which, different strokes from different folks. That's fine. But he says it real loud, and as soon as he says that, I look over, and once you pass the wall that's on this little hallway, it's a whole room full of people. So then we have to awkwardly walk across to get to the exit, and all these people are just staring at us like, clearly they don't belong. So we leave from there. I'm gonna just blend this out a little bit because I look ashy. Yeah, we leave from there and we go to more like the abstract art, but we didn't have time to do the whole, like if you go to Chicago and you go to the Art Institute, dedicate a day to that, because honestly, dedicate 2 days to that, because I don't even know if you can get through that whole thing in a day. It is so massive. Like it's huge. But what was cool was they were setting up a wedding when we were leaving. thing. So we got to see like how they were setting it up. And I was like, that's such a cool idea to set up a wedding in like an art museum. Like I would have never thought to do something like that. They had a beautiful wedding. Anyway, so as we're leaving from there, that's when we end up coming across this really massive like red abstract thing. Wow, that looks better in front of a federal building.
Name day.
You said what?
Name day.
Oh, serious. That was sitting just out on the sidewalk. I'm not quite sure well, it wasn't that close to the art museum because we had to walk a distance to get there, but that was really cool. So we decided to do the SkyDeck this day. So when we finally get to the SkyDeck, it was confusing when you go in because to get to the SkyDeck, you have to go to the basement of the building, which was really confusing. After we figured out where we were, you go in, and by the way, when you go in, they're going to try to do the whole thing where they make you stand in line to take a picture and then tell you how much it is at the end. So we told them as soon as we went up, like, we don't care to take a picture. And when I say a picture, I'm not referring to the picture when you're on the decks that's full of glass. I'm saying like they have a green screen AI version of it. And when you go up into line, everyone's waiting in line to take this picture thinking that they don't have a choice. And I'm like, yeah, no, that line was way too long. So we told them like, we have zero interest in taking this picture. And one of the security guards let us go through. So we literally got to skip the whole line. And then you take the elevator up. And the SkyDeck is at the tallest point in Chicago. So you can feel it as you're going up. Like they have a little something playing in there, I guess, to distract you, but after a while you just start to feel the pressure. And once you get through all of that, there is like a little museum and like little pop spots. Like they had a Michael Jordan statue in there. They had a stand-up comedy section, y'all. I called myself trying to tell a joke because I love a good dad joke. And I used to watch, I forget what that comedy channel is, but they used to do like dad jokes all the time. And so when I saw the little stand-up thing, and if you know me, one, I love stand-up comedy, and two, I have done a lot of content and have a lot of friends that do stand-up comedy. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is my opportunity. So I ran up, but I got so nervous because the whole time we were walking through this thing, it has models. It's like an architecture type of thing, but then it turns into different historical parts of Chicago or whatever. This is where the 360 was.
Yeah.
But the whole time we're walking through, it's just me and him, right? Nobody's around or everybody's way ahead of us. We stopped so he can get a picture with Michael Jordan because that's his era. He's old. So after all of that, I see it and I was like, oh, let me get a video. So I have him hold the phone and I try to tell the joke. And then a whole family pops up. So now I'm nervous and I messed up the joke because I got nervous and it's all on camera. So I'm going to input it here. But child, that was so embarrassing.
And now, coming to the stage, Venice Pen!
What do you call a Johnson if there's big a Magic Johnson?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But yeah, so after that, go to the SkyDeck, go take the pictures, all that great stuff. And that was great. And then while we were out, we ran into this like Mexican spot and it was like a rooftop near the, I say metro, I don't know, I guess subway station. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. We can stop here, get drinks, get some snacks. So we go up, had a good time. The margaritas were dangerously addicting. The guac was great. The place, it was a little different in reference to like the setup, but overall had a good time. The waitress got us right, dance a little bit, but because I dance everywhere I go, but I didn't get any of that on camera, unfortunately. Sorry, y'all. And then hola. We went to the station. And when we were at the station, this is when I learned that the Chicago police take dogs with them all throughout the station. There were dogs everywhere. I had never seen something like this before. It was just like, I'm used to seeing like a dog, maybe two. There were so many dogs, and these are dogs that are on duty, police dogs, trained all over the police station. And we had walked past a few, and then when we got down to where we needed to catch our subway, I saw a dog laying over, and I got a clip of it. And then immediately when I put my phone down, another dog walks past. So I tried to get a quick clip of that. And then when I put my phone down, because we're about to get on, the third dog walks past. And I'm like, what is going on down here? I guess it is Chicago, but I wasn't mentally prepared for that. So after we got off, there's one of the Molly's Cupcakes, which I am completely addicted to Molly's Cupcakes. Every time I go to Chicago, I have to have one of those cupcakes. They are so good. So we stopped to get some cupcakes before we headed home. Why, babe?
Why do you think?
Who are you concerned about getting on the swing? Wait. Dope. And that was pretty much the night. Even though that day was eventful, unfortunately, I didn't get as much footage as I normally would have because I was recording on my phone. And I'm better at recording on my camera than on my phone because when I have my phone, I just don't think to record because I have a camera. But regardless, Chicago definitely has been such a great time. Like, I will say that they definitely have one of the most beautiful skylines I've ever seen. Yeah, especially from like the river view. And I will say New York skyline, of course, is surreal, but Chicago's is like a modern day version. It's like a mini modern day version to me. Like, New York's buildings are super old because of how long ago it was built out, whereas Chicago is younger, it's newer. That skyline and everything is much younger than New York, so it just gives, I don't know, it just gives like a modern New York. And then I also didn't know until I got there that the Batman movie was shot there. This really looks like Gotham. Almost every night when we were out, especially if we were like near downtown or near like the Riverwalk and stuff, it looks so much like Gotham at night. And I'm like, no wonder it looks like Gotham. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I definitely want to go back, but I will not be going back in the winter. And also to clarify, if anybody's watching this series, this was recorded in September. My birthday is the end of August, and I always wanted to go to Chicago. It was a lot of traveling and a lot going on, so it wasn't going to happen in August. So Chicago was my belated birthday gift, pretty much. Yeah, it was fun. Went out there house sitting a cat for, I think it ended up being like 10. I think we were out there for 10 or 12 days, somewhere in between that. House sitting a Sashimo. It was the sweetest little cat.